Before we get rolling, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Veteran Game for the best deep dives, reviews, and honest hot takes in gaming. If you love quirky indies or games that just feel good, you're definitely in the right place. Alright, let's talk about Wheel World, a game that took me completely by surprise in the best way possible. Imagine if Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Burnout Paradise, and Breath of the Wild all crashed into each other at a local cycling shop. That's the vibe here. A dreamy open-world adventure powered by pedal and pure good times. You play as Cat, chosen by an ancient bike spirit named Scully. Yep, he's literally a floating skull on your handlebars, to hunt down legendary bike parts scattered across sun-drenched vineyards, bustling cities, and even corporate wastelands. All this so you can take on the game's big mystical sewer of spirits finale. It sounds ridiculous, and honestly it is, but that's exactly why it works. What really sets Wheel World apart is its mood. This isn't a super hardcore sim, and it's definitely not a stressful racer. It's more like a meditative cruise through beautifully stylized, bite-sized worlds. The game feels like summer. The wind in your hair, a killer synth soundtrack thumping in your ears, and no pressure to do anything but vibe, race, and collect cool upgrades for your bike. And speaking of upgrades, there's a ton. You start out with a clunky old junker, but pretty soon you'll be customizing frames, seats, wheels, even handlebars. Want a log-shaped bike? Go for it. Fancy a hot dog bike? Yep, that's in there. Each part tweaks your stats and genuinely changes how your bike feels, so racing on gravel, city streets, or off-road all have their own unique flavor. The controls are simple, but the weight and momentum of the bike are perfect. Drifting around corners, slipstreaming rivals for a boost, and nailing that perfectly timed bunny hop for extra air, every move feels tactile and fun. Races start out chill but ramp up in challenge, especially as you approach boss bikers for those legendary parts. The best part, most objectives never get too grindy, and the world never overstays its welcome. You can 100% the game in under 10 hours, which is honestly a relief in an era where open worlds usually demand your soul for a platinum trophy. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. The open world is pleasant to explore, but it's not packed with wild secrets or distractions. Some races can get repetitive, and while the gear shifting mechanic is a cool idea, it feels undercooked, especially when you're just trying to cruise and enjoy the scenery. Also for PC players, be warned. This game is surprisingly demanding on hardware for such a mellow experience. My GPU fan went into overdrive more than once. Still, what Wheel World absolutely nails is vibes. The districts are unique enough to stay interesting. The character of the game is genuinely charming. And the soundtrack? Absolute fire. Shout out to Italians Do It Better for the perfect synthy mood. I spent a good hour just customizing my bike, soaking the tunes and cycling through sunset-drenched fields. If you want a game that's relaxing, original, and just straight up wholesome, Wheel World is an easy recommendation. It's not trying to be the next Mario Kart, but it is trying to remind you why games are supposed to be fun. Sometimes you just need a break from grinding, looting, and shooting. Sometimes you need to ring your bike bell, hit a ramp, and just ride. That's all for this ride. If you enjoyed the review, hit subscribe and let us know your favorite chill games down in the comments. For more deep dives and brutally honest verdicts, keep it locked to Veteran Game. See you on the next adventure. Until then, may your gears never slip and your vibes stay immaculate.